What fun. So, so anyway, why are we not really saving gas? Well, obviously, Linda, you're in the little town you're in because you might need to drive and find out that you can't have a job, as easily as you thought you would. Such a super teacher. So we're going to put you in the little town. And obviously, if you are going to force Chris to have to live in a little town, he'll have to drive back and forth, and that will cost gas. And I mean, he could work from home, and give the proverbial neighbor the opportunity to just walk over and sit in him and hack right at the spot. But you might as well live here. We were set up in Westboro. I don't want you to take Emma into the city now because she's not city prepared, and obviously you are not going to look after her the way that I would, and you won't understand all of the things that can happen to a woman in a city. When she's connected to your head, and which isn't yourself, it's what has your head that makes you take risks that you had never taken. You were a very, very careful person, and you've become very risk oriented. But I mean, you're running with super spies, right? I mean, you told me the stories. So yeah, that was the whole explanation of that. Because not like we couldn't have lived in Westboro and gone to the little school there, and I stay home with her or work from home. I mean, why couldn't I have gotten one of those jobs? No, you can't get one of those jobs that you get online where you do calling from home. I sent in transcripts. I've applied for little jobs. Why can't we get one of them to get me a job? Well, go ahead, but I can't even talk then. It's like I have a head about a foot outside of my head. In any case, let me keep going with these pictures. It could have been pretty good, right? We got along. It's just that when Chris came over to date me, there was somebody sitting, and I didn't understand it at all then. Somehow outside of him, and he said it was that guy from the singing group, and he used to tell Chris, "Okay, it's time for you to go home now," and this and that and something else, and I couldn't quite perceive it. I mean, I can look back and see it, and I kind of saw it then, but again, I am heaven oriented, so it could have been something from heaven. It had to be something good because Samantha took that picture just to show that I have one. And we're in the washroom, so it was nice and decent. But this day and age, back then, that was everything, and that was just so inappropriate to me. But, it just doesn't feel... People put your body over top of themselves now and take pictures of you and come into your house and do it or go somewhere else, and just everything is not safe. You can't have enough locks, and you give them to people you're friends with, and none of them are really trustworthy. For a while, I stayed home all the time when I wasn't working, and it doesn't make much difference, does it? Because then you go off on your holiday, and there are people probably going through your stuff while you're gone, or something's gone missing. I mean, you could call the police. What are they going to do for you? I don't even feel any of it, but I have to listen to it. I don't know what it is. It's like I got caught with somebody who worries subconscious. I just threw it all up to God. God funnels through it. I'm getting punished for that. Poor sinning publicans. And I'm sorry I didn't do that on this picture. Now, this is Chris's family on his father's side. Chris's grandmother and some of the girls that night, and I didn't really get to know them. A lot of them live in the United States. What step dancers they are. Oh my goodness. I've seen a little girl step dance in the past few years, and it just reminds me of the spirit of Chris's grandmother. Oh my goodness, they were amazing. I remember that from the wedding. And that's my cousin Kirk, Kirk's wife. They came from Nova Scotia for the wedding. Just some of the people who were at the wedding. Good friends. And there's Chris and I. They're all good pictures. Nothing bad with any of them. But I haven't taken the book out because I don't want to put a picture of someone and them not be comfortable. It's just right now, I don't know what's going to happen. And sometimes I might need to know what some of you look like if spirituality does exist. And on the off chance that... as has happened to people I've known, friends of mine, where their daughter has sort of gone off and on her own, basically. She may end up knowing some of you where I'm not. or know people who are connected to you, and it's not yourself, and you are sometimes falsely presented here, and to just recognize some people as a rerun, probably not the worst thing. But we're without God, whereas we had God in Labrador. You can believe or disbelieve me, but actually, if you don't believe, you can't believe, so there's no point. It's just the discussion's moot, right? But I guess the hockey players at Toronto last night are saluting no man, including the people who paid to come and see them, because we're just not sure what to do anymore for following Bible. Republicans or not, I guess. One of Chris's aunts is named Linda. It seems to be such a specific name and such a free name, but I guess it's not really. There we go.